Okay, hi. Hello. So we were actually discussing about the 12th five-year plan, if you remember. So if you can see on the screen also, and as we had discussed previously also, that its duration is from 2012 and 2011. And what was the scheme all about was faster, more inclusive and sustainable growth. Okay, and the growth rate was 8%, and as I said, that 13th five-year plan is still under discussion. Okay, and it is till 2022. Okay, and yes, there is also one thing about Niti Aayog, so we will study about that also, which is also wants to be included this year, since the time of 12 five-year plan in inclusive for the five-year plans. Okay, so today we will talk about a new topic on planning commission. Okay, so just let's me wrap this. Okay, and we will have a main thing about is like what is planning commission all about. So let me just write this here. Yes, planning planning commission. Okay, so planning commission is a very important tool. So it is one of the important tools of planning in India, and planning commission was there from long time. It was there. So let us see that when the planning commission of India came into being. Okay, so the planning commission was set up on the 15th of March 1950 through a cabinet resolution. Okay, and so it was started on 15 March 1950 through a cabinet resolution, and planning commission has been evolved over time to time from a developing to a highly centralized planning system. Okay, and so from the indicative planning, where planning commission concerns with the building of the long term. So what is the help? It helps in the long term. Okay, so long term strategic vision of the future, and decides on priorities for the nation. Okay, so now some more things we will do about. So it is basically used for the future. It's having its own strategic vision of the future, and it decides on the priorities and whatever the nation has implied for the nation. So it works for the nation. Okay, so let me just wrap this. Let us continue with planning commission. Okay, yes, so planning, commission, as I said, is an important tool. So planning commission attempted to play a system change role, and it also like time to time, whatever the government had problems, it gave consultancy also, it gave advice also. So it provided, okay, consultancy with the government for developing better systems. Okay, so planning commission attempted to play a system change role, and it provided consultancies with the government hand in hand for developing better systems. So it also, I'll add up some more points. It also played an information role. So it also gave time and time information that if any changes happen to the government, that this is happening, this is not the public is not liking, because planning commission deals with everything, even the election and everything. So they were the ones who used to come directly in touch with the society, and any problems which the society is facing, they also used to provide information so that the government would come and would be aware of it and would change accordingly. Okay, so now this is a very important note, so just please pay attention. So I will write it down here. I'll just let me rub this. Okay, so as you see, planning commission is mainly, as I said, it played a very important role. So historically also, if you see, historically planning commissions work was three-dimensional. So what is three-dimensional means? It was divided into three sectors, three places it was there, not in one place. It had three different roles to play. Okay, so first let's see the first role. A, it designed policy, direction, and suggested. So any required schemes, what are the schemes or programs, they were the ones who decided, and they were the ones who gave suggestions. So any schemes and programs, okay, so they were the ones who designed the policy, and they were the ones who suggested, okay, this year, we should have this kind of program or this kind of scheme should come, so that it helps the government, to know its people. The next one, it looks after the performance and kept a record on a standard assessment. So it is to, like, how report cards are done, so they used to do assessment of all the states. Okay, so all the states, how they are performing, and they used to keep a record of the standard assessment. From time to time they used to do it. So let me just add it, from time to time. So from time to time they used to make a standard assessment of all the states and all. So in short, if you see, planning commission was doing both the job, like functioning, allocation of planned resources among the central ministries and the states, and also they used to take care of like how to allocate resources, how to see that everywhere the resources are divided properly and they have been taken everywhere. So they were managing very well between the central and the state. Okay, now let me give you some history and why this planning commission, how it was being announced. So let me just write this also. Okay, so the announcement on setting of planning commission and its expected role in the economic management was first made in the parliament by the president. So president was the one who said that there must be a planning commission, and the details were disclosed by the finance minister, and that time the finance minister name was Shri John Mathai. Okay, and he spoke about this planning commission through his budget speech. So he gave a budget speech, that everybody gives, and it was the first year of Republic. So Republic of India that year. So it was the first year in 1950-51, the Republic year, the anniversary of Republic of India, and it was his budget speech, and Sri John Mathai, he disclosed this planning commission. Okay, so let me continue some more story about planning commission. So planning, that means commission was created to India's political history of the immediate past. That means what? After 1947, just within 5 years only after Republic of India, they created this planning commission. Okay, immediate past and the directive principles. So what are the directive principles, which are the Constitution of India, when the when the Constitution of India was formed? So these are called as directive principles, okay, of state policy. So when you will be studying political science, you will be studying the directive principles of the state policy in the Constitution, which is included in the Constitution of India. Okay, so now we will talk about is the next topic, that is the function. So what are the functions of planning commission? So let me rub this. Yes, functions of planning commission of India. So the first is, now as I said, let me say that. So in 1950, resolution setting up the planning commission stated certain functions. So they stated certain functions. So let's see the A1. Okay, make an assessment of the material, capital, human resources of the country, including how many technical people are there, that also technical people, and also to investigate, or I'll write it down here, and also to find out where the resources are scarce. So basically, in relation to the nation's requirement. So you have to make an assessment of the material, then how much is the material, what is the capital we have, or how much is the human resources of the country, especially the people who are working as a technical, in the industries, in factories, and also to find out that which states where the resources are scarce. So that was the first function of planning commission. Okay, next. So let's see the next function. Let me erase this. So the next function was formulate a plan for the most effective and balanced utilization of countries' resources. Okay. Third, define the stages in which the plan should be carried out and propose, you have to propose the, the resources also. So propose the allocation, that how much resources we should put. So propose the allocation of resources for the due completion of each stage. So that means what? First you have to see that what stage, what level it is there, and once you find that okay, this is the starting stage, or we are in the middle stage, or in the end of the stage, based on that we must propose that accordingly. Say for example, I have already given 100 cotton bales, okay, and in that almost 50% has been done. So now I can propose and I say that another 50 I require, I don't need more than that, okay, because by that time I know I will be able to complete the stage. So I, stage wise, I should know that how much resources I require and how much I do not require. So that is also the job of a planning commission. Let's see the fourth function. Okay, so the fourth function, indicate the factors which are tending to obstruct the economic